I'm Carmelle Krasevec, and I'm so pleased to be here introducing and nominating United Way Hamilton Halton. Many of us know the United Way as a well-recognized charitable organization with familiar campaigns and national visibility. What I didn't know and learned just this past year is that they are funding and partnership backbone for several of our most accessed local charities, and that many of these organizations and their ability to serve their communities depends greatly on the United Way resources and their funding. So last year, United Way Halton Hamilton funded 76 agencies, 124 local programs, providing life-changing support to over 220,000 people. 52 of those programs are right here in Burlington, and over 30,000 Burlington residents were helped for impact. So from those living in poverty and homelessness, seniors living in isolation, to our kids being provided with healthy snacks and safe spaces, the reach and the depth of United Way Halton Hamilton is far greater than most of us realize or may realize. So presenting for us tonight is Jamie Galipeau. She is the Director of Resource Development and leads their fundraising team. And she's here to share more about United Way's local impact in Burlington and a critical initiative coming up in February called Sleepless for our communities. Welcome, Jamie.
Perfect. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
All right, Lisa. This isn't my first rodeo.
Am I good? Yep.
All right. Thank you, everybody. There is some feedback. I'm not sure if it is this mic or not. Can you hear the feedback?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna hold it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thanks for having me. You guys will remember me. I was here in November. If you don't remember me, I wasn't that memorable. Sorry about your luck. But okay, I got 5 minutes. So last time I was here, I shared a story about my son. Thanks, Jen. And it was very personal to me. I went off script, so tonight I'm going to try to stay on course. So I'm honored to be nominated along with the Willow Foundation and the Women's Center of Halton. We do support the Women's Center of Halton here in our community, well, in Oakville and in Milton, but we're yet to help out the Willow Foundation, but talks are in the works. Okay, network of support. If we can go to the next slide, perfect. The network of support is kind of what I talked about last time. We're the backbone of the community. We provide much needed funds, but beyond the funds, we have our own programs and we have our own product offerings as well. And that's something that we didn't really touch on. We touched on that we fund out a lot of money quickly and fast, but what we do is we help build the capacity in the community. We help them get connected, we help them learn from each other, we help educate them. We also provide goods and services to the community that's much needed that helps offset operational costs. And the difference between a donation through the front door and a donation directly from United Way is the flexibility of the gift. So the United Way Halton and Hamilton offers much more flexible funding. Whereas a donor walks through the door and says, here's my check for a big little program, it has to go in that bucket. The operational funding that I give can be used to recruit, can be used to buy computers, can be operational and overhead costs, can be used directly for frontline, but it's a little bit more flexible. We're gonna go to the next slide. Okay, because I know my time is burning away here. So for many in our community, homelessness and poverty is a reality. I'm going to ask you for just a minute to imagine we aren't in here and we're outside. It's minus 18 degrees right now, and I want you to meet Katie. Katie came to United Way in her teens, or to the United Way agency in her teens. She had been physically and sexually abused. She was trapped in a cycle of trauma and addiction. Her family troubles caused her to be homeless. She was sleeping in cars at Walmart. If you don't know, the Walmart on Fairview is very friendly to those in need and allows people to sleep in their cars there, as well as the Walmart in North Halton. Not as friendly, but sometimes is hit or miss. But anyway, so Katie would sleep in these things. She would surf on friends' couches. She would often sleep in unsafe places just to seek shelter. After hitting rock bottom, she found a contact with United Way funded agency who took her in and helped her get her back on track. Recovery was tough, it was filled with setbacks, but she no longer allows this to define her. She now works as a peer-to-peer support worker at a United Way funded agency, and here's what Katie has to say now. United Way is not just that it reduced my suffering. It gives people like me who have complex mental issues the chance to have a meaningful life and an opportunity to give back. I'm truly grateful I found the United Way. We can go to the next slide, Jen. So I want to talk a little bit about poverty in our community, more specifically Halton, and then more specifically Burlington. What does that mean? What does living in poverty mean? It means not having enough money to meet basic needs, including food, clothing, and shelter. Now, here are some statistics about poverty in Halton, some quick ones. 40,000 Halton residents live in poverty. 21% of those folks are right here in Burlington. 400 people are homeless or unhoused in Halton every night. Homelessness comes in a variety of different things. It means no fixed address or no one place to call home. 49% are women or identify as female. 32% are youth aged 13 to 24. 16% of children of youth that are experiencing homelessness, 16% of children and youth in Halton experience homelessness. 28% experience food insecurity, also part of poverty. 1 in 8 children in Halton live below the low income families. And I'm trying to burn through this, guys, like 5 minutes goes so fast. And there are 20 low barrier overnight beds available in Burlington. Oh geez, okay. So coming up in February, we have an event, we can go to the next slide, it's called Sleepless for Our Communities. It's an initiative where we sleep in our cars for one night and raise money, much needed funds for poverty and homelessness in our community. But not only does it raise funds, it creates awareness around this event. So this year, I'm asking for your support to go towards this event. So if we do some quick math, I used the number we did last time at 12.5. If your initial gift was 12.5, plus we have a match for Sleepless for Our Communities at 12.5, brings you to 25,000 and change. Plus we have the Local Love Community Match, which kicks in another 25%. So tonight, if we made the investment at the 12.5, this would be your impact, would be $31,250 to your community to combat poverty and homelessness and help us create awareness. Thank you very much for my time. And I could talk for hours, so I'm just up here. You can find me out here.